Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to another video for The Flash Season 2. This is Episode 7, and it is entitled Guerrilla Warfare. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to another video. Another video for The Flash. We finally get to see now the aftermath of what happened at great last ending of last week's show with Zoom and how Barry is essentially paralyzed, but he's healing. Anybody else would have been paralyzed for life. Uh, Barry comes out. He's in a rut too. I mean, he's on tough times for Barry Allen. He got his ass kicked. He knows it. He's like super depressed about it. And who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be after thinking that you're the best superhero in the world and having Zoom come in there and just literally manhandle you like you're nothing and carry you around the city and parade you around like you're just nothing. And we see that in this episode that Barry, he feels that he's nothing, that he's just worthless. I mean, why even go on? I mean, what else can I do? He feels that he can't beat him because I mean he gave it all his all there, and it didn't really work out too well. So he's in a rut. The whole episode with him moping around and being upset and in this just funk. And him, I mean, it was all mental though. I mean, you could see that he was on the treadmill and then he's having these flashbacks and then he falls off the treadmill and then he's just like, screw it, I'm gonna go sit back in the wheelchair and mope around. It was all mental, and they were trying to show that. I mean, he was in a rut. I mean, it seems like he does get into these like depressive moments that he feels that he's not good enough and he needs Joe to come in or Dr. Wells to come in and kind of give him a pep talk and to bring him back. And then finally he's back once he gets that pep talk. I mean, in this one, it was not only Joe. I think I don't know if Dr. Wells said anything there, but it was more of his father. We finally see Henry. We see Henry Allen come in. Um, Thanks to Iris. Iris goes and finds him. I don't know where he's been. He said he was in a tent in the woods somewhere. Oh, but I mean, it comes down to the fact, like, what has he been doing? I mean, you get out of prison, and the first thing you're going to do is just leave and go off into the woods. And I mean, I don't know what is happening there with Henry Allen. I don't understand. Um, Something is going on there. There's a lot of connection with people are saying, and it's a valid theory that he is Zoom. Now it might not be the real the father is Zoom. It might be Earth Two. The Earth Two father is Zoom. Which hey, that's quite a big possibility that he could be Zoom. That seems to be like the choice that's getting the most votes at this point is that Henry Allen, the Earth 2 Henry Allen is Zoom. Another votes are, it could be Barry from Earth 2, or it could be one other good one is that it's Eddie. Eddie from Earth 2. That's a possibility. That would be cool. Or it could be just a wild card that it's nobody we don't even know. I mean, it's an entirely new character. We have no idea who it is. So but I'm gonna go. I was saying a long time that I think it's Barry, but I might go with the father now. I might be changing it from week to week. I'm going to change my mind. The more info we get, I'll adjust my view on this. Yeah, I'm going to say it's the father at this point because those pictures going around with the eyes of both Zoom and the father. I mean, they look like him. So I'm gonna go with it, Henry Allen from Earth 2. So but yeah, I mean, what has he been doing out there in the wood? I mean, I don't know. But he comes in, gives the pep talk to Barry, and he's at the end, he finally gets into it at the end. Um, and he goes after the bad guy, and we see the bad guy. It is Grodd. Grodd is back. Uh, and how can you miss him? I mean, he's like a 2,000-pound gorilla walking around. I thought that was kind of funny that he's just like walking around and nobody notices this huge gorilla. I mean, um, But Grodd is incredible. I think he's great. I'd love to see a King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd match. That would be awesome. Um, he went after Caitlyn. So Caitlyn was the one that he goes after. Kind of, I heard reference that it was kind of like a King Kong thing. That he goes after Caitlyn. She's in whites and whatever. It kind of reminds of the King Kong thing going on there. But it shows. I mean, it showed in this episode. Grodd is getting smarter. I mean, he communicates. He's rudimentary, but he still communicates. So he's very sentient. He wants to make friends. He wants to have other apes like him. Ruling the world. That would be a bad idea. You don't want all these like intelligent gorillas running around. Um, that would be bad news for everybody. um, but we see that great scene where Dr. Wells dresses in the Reverse Flash outfit, freaks everybody out, and then he has to go play as Dr. Wells. And then that scene where Cisco is you know, telling him what to say and say it like you really care, but say it creepy or something and then he goes and he does it, and it's just like, whoa. I mean, it took him back, and you could see that it was just like, okay, that's enough. But that whole scene, where Dr. Wells is talking to Gorilla Grodd, and then he really goes and he says something about, you are going to inherit this city, and I'm going to give you this city or whatever. I mean, he starts talking where he thinks like everybody's left the room or something, and he starts like saying all this stuff to Grodd, like he knew him or something. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Like, I don't know if something's up there. Like, I don't know if you can fully trust the Dr. Wells. I mean, I want to trust him because it seems like he is on the up and up. But then it's like some weird thing with Grodd going on there, and I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe there's something else going on there. I don't know. I mean, he can communicate with Grodd. I mean, it seems like he's done it before because he said that there was like intelligent gorillas or something on Earth too. So something else is up there with him. I don't know. We will find out. But the whole thing where they put Grodd to Earth 2. They take him to Earth 2, and they close down now all these other breaches around the city, and they have just this one. And somehow they know where it's going to go. I mean, I don't know how they know that. But it turns out that it goes to like the Amazon or something, or the rainforest or something. And then you see at the end where it's like Gorilla City. It's like this huge like city that being built by gorillas, and then Grodd lets out that roar like he wants to be the king of this land. He is going to own this land. We've not seen the last of Grodd, and I think he's going to come back with a whole army of these like Planet of the Apes gorillas and everything, creating this huge city in the jungle. That's going to be insane. Uh, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be very cool. And I thought Grodd was very strong. We've seen a lot of Grodd this episode. The last time we seen Grodd, we didn't see a lot of him. It was mostly in the sword. It was dark and wasn't much going on. We actually seen him a lot more this episode, so that was cool. Um, and Cisco going out on the date with Kendra Saunders, and we should know who she's going to be. She's going to be Hawk Girl. I've known it for a long time anyway. Um, and then he's getting the vibes from her, and it's finally seeing it. And they're finally putting the Hawk Girl character into motion. And he sees that, and especially at the end where he sees her as Hawk Girl, and he's like, I don't care. He's okay with it. I mean, he doesn't run away from it. So it's going to be interesting how she becomes Hawk Girl, because I don't think she is yet. So I can't wait until they're starting to put that seed in your mind, and um, that seems cool because I mean there's a Hawk Man too. So I mean where's Hawk Man and then Hawk Girl? I mean how is that going to become? Because we're getting close, and that was a setup, a little bit of a setup for Legends of Tomorrow. I mean but it seems like everything that's been run for Legends of Tomorrow, it seems like it runs so smoothly within the show. I mean, it's not jarring or out of place. I mean, it seems like it belongs there. So, I've been really enjoying the whole Legends of Tomorrow setup. So that's cool. Um, but But yeah, guys, I think I touched on everything that was happening in this episode. I mean, a lot of stuff happening, and then Barry finally coming back at the end, and he's strong again, and um, his father is just like, what's happening with that? I mean, I don't know, but a lot of cool stuff going to happen. But unfortunately, that's going to be the last episode for a week. We got a week off, and then in 2 weeks, we have it come back December 1st, and it's going to be the crossover, the big crossover, the Arrow Flash crossover. So that's going to be cool. It's a 2 night event, so that's going to be awesome. But anyway, guys, that will do it for me for this week. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Um, but if there's anything that I might have missed that you guys want to touch on or write, please write in the comments below. Please give a like. Please share. I would appreciate it. That will do it for me for this week, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.